the more we make advancements in technology when it comes to vehicle production, the more we continue to value the old gems that rocked back in the days. However, as much as the majority of you people would like to acquire the ownership rights of such kind of cars, due to the laws of demand and supply that do defy the standing orders, only a few people have such kind of cars in Kenya and also globally. So great people, this is Automobile, where we normally say it's all about confidence in motion, and we're bringing you this classic car in this classic episode of classic people like you. Car that is known as the Chevrolet 2 or the Nova gained traction across the world after it premiered in the music videos of famous artists the likes of Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, and also it was premiered in famous movies like The Fast and Furious and also Narcos, Mzee Mzima, Pablo Gaviria, Escobar. Now this car has undergone 5 generations of production. It first made its debut back in 1968 and it was discontinued in 1982. It has undergone numerous tweaks, modifications and improvements so that it can appeal to the young clientele who buy it simply because of pure bliss and swag and not as opposed to it being a daily driver. Now this car, the way you people see the Y62, that is the Nissan Patrol, and also the Range Rover and the 300 series of the Toyota Land Cruiser as a symbol of wealth, is the same way when you are spotted driving such kind of a car back in the days, you are seen as a person with a lot of wealth. Now, this car is powered by a 2-liter petrol engine that is connected to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Of course, surprisingly enough, there are such kind of Chevy 2 that normally use carburetors. Otherwise, wale watu wa Gen Z, carburetors is the modern day fuel injection system. So let's take a look at how the engine works and everything under the hood of this car that is very rare and classic at the same time. Now, under the hood of the Chevrolet 2, as you can see, it has a very spacious hood that if you're a person who is after modifications, you have ample room to do whatever kind of modification you want. As I said earlier on, this car is powered by a 2-liter petrol engine linked to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, when you take a look at its radiator, it is not, what do we call it? When this car was manufactured, this is not the radiator, it was manufactured with the owner. By the way, Mr. Hulk gave us, I'm giving him a shout out, he gave us this car to review it in this episode of Automobile. So the radiator was swapped. It is using a radiator that is manufactured, or rather meant for the Land Cruiser. And also when it comes to its cooling system, you don't need to worry that the engine will knock because of higher temperatures. The cooling system is intact and top notch and up to its task of making sure the car runs smoothly and efficiently. Of course, the engine works in tandem with the transmission system to deliver a smooth start and decent acceleration. Now, when it comes to the stability and handling of this car, as you have seen, it has a very long wheelbase. So, kama wewe bado ni dereva ushago kuendesha Nairobi inaweza kulemea kidogo, but it's very stable keeping in mind it has a low center of gravity, so when you are approaching tight corners, you don't need to be scared that this car will experience any kind of body roll because of its low center of gravity. Also, the steering wheel, is it really power assisted? Oh, so the power steering, as the owner says, it is power assisted, hence it adapts very well to road curvature. Now, talking about the practicality, we'll take a look at how spacious is it, and for people who have large households, will you find this car ideal, or it's only ideal for people with small families? Let's take a look at the side profile of the Chevrolet 2 that is otherwise known as the Nova. Now, as you can see with your very own eyes, it has a very long wheelbase, which in turn results to a spacious cabin. Now, if you can count together, it's in terms of inches or rather meters, how tall it is. This is step 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can see how long it is. Now, the wheels, they do have alloy rims, which makes the car to be very eye-catchy, and also the fenders. They kind of make this car have kind of a muscular look and an aggressive appearance. Now, looking at the front end of the Nova, we do have these angular headlights that do illuminate very well, especially when you're driving at night. We also do have the Chevrolet badge that is used to assert the dominance of this car wherever it traverses. Now, at the lower fascia, you do have a lip spoiler that enhances the sportiness of this car. Now, we do have here some chrome embellishments, and of course LED daytime running lights that give this car a modern and upscale look. Let's take a look at the practicality of this car, Chevrolet Nova, that is otherwise known as the Chevy 2. Now, when it comes to the practicality of this car, if you are a person who has a large household, or even you are very adventurous, you like going hiking and etc., this car will be very ideal to you because it has a very ample boot space that allows you to haul different freights of cargo from small to medium size to large. So as you can see, the boot is very spacious, and unfortunately the rear seats cannot be retracted to increase more space to hold luggage, but you don't need to retract the rear seats. This boot space is very spacious as it is the way you can see it. At the rear end, of course, we do have some chrome embellishments that of course improve the overall appearance of the car. The exhaust system is aftermarket, and later on we'll be giving you a sound test of this car, a cold start, so that you can hear how it sounds very well. Now, kama uko na mahindi ya kuanika, wewe ni mtu ushago, unaweza anika hapa juu sababu this boot is flat and spacious, so you can put some 2-3 things over here, or if you are going for an adventure, you can sit on the car and have some good time with your friends and family. So let's take a look at the interior, the first row and the second row of the Chevrolet Nova. I'm seated in the first row of the Chevrolet Nova, and as you can see with the very own eyes, I'm very tall by the way, but I do have ample legroom and headroom, and also the seats can be reclined to match a desired preference. Now, taking a look at the storage compartments in this car, we do have door pockets. We also have a center console and a glove box compartment where it can be used to store your gears, things like the beverages, soft drinks, paperwork, key fobs, and any other kind of gear you might be having in your car. The steering wheel is power assisted, hence it adapts very well to road curvature, and also I do have excellent visibility and command of the oncoming traffic, and also just enjoying the serene when I drive around wherever I'll be driving, maybe in Kenya or outside Kenya. Now we do have a reverse camera when you're reversing this car. Since it's very tall and you might be having a lot of blind spot at the back, the owner did find it fit and suitable to add a reverse camera, so that when you reverse this car, you don't need to be worried that you might hit something that might end up destroying the body components of this car. Now, what else have I not talked about? The second row of seat, of course, shares the same attributes with the first row. It has ample knee and headroom. The seats cannot be reclined, but you do have a very comfortable and pleasant ride. Now, when it comes to, of course, you do have an armrest, but it doesn't have the cup holders fitted into it. So that is what the interior of this car entails. And it's good to mention that this is the first episode we are shooting this car. We will be doing a number 2 episode. That is after the owner has done some 2-3 changes about it in regards to the color of the car, the interior fittings, and also the exterior furnishing. We'll be doing a second review of this car so that you can know the difference of how the first episode looked like and how the second episode will look like. So earlier on I did promise you that we'll be turning this car on so that you can hear its concert and how it sounds. That is, the owner had placed or rather fitted an aftermarket exhaust sound system, and we want to hear how it sounds. Yeah. We've come to the end of today's episode of Automobi, where we normally say it's all about confidence in motion. Big up to my guy Mr. Hulk, ametupatia gari yake tufanye ile mambo, hata nyinyi najua mmefurahia ama namna gani? Situpanane siku nyingine.